Hey, it's Bina. This is gonna be my part 2 of my unpopular opinion, spirituality edition. My first one didn't have all of my unpopular beliefs, so I'm gonna make a series. This is part 2. The first one is gonna be about the opinion of most people believe that you must become vegan to be spiritual, which I completely disagree with. Sure, it is a good perspective for the animals on this planet, and it's also good for your health, and it does help you to become lighter as a soul. It has all the good benefits. What I don't like is the fact it is used as an argument to say if you're not vegan, then you're not spiritual. If you're not vegan, you don't care about the planet, you don't care about the animals, which is that I don't agree with, and that is my unpopular belief, my unpopular opinion. You don't have to be vegan to be spiritual, because we have to go back to reasons why we came down here in the first place. We all came down here individually to learn something, to know something, and just to live this life. That's why we came down here, mostly to experience this life through a human body, and people seem to forget that. So experiencing eating meat and learning is part of the experience, just as much discovering veganism is also part of the experience. Some will get to it from the very beginning, and some will get to it through half of their life, and some of us will never get there, and some of us choose not to get there. But does that make them not spiritual? No. Another thing people seem to forget, spirituality is not a religion, and then that's one problem. Some people are trying to make it feel like a religion, meaning they're putting out rules and steps to get into spirituality, which is not what spirituality is. For me, spirituality is just being on this planet, just realizing that this is a simulation and I can manifest anything I want just by being what I want. And most people from the spirituality community is giving rules and regulations to spirituality when they never had one in the first place. This is the reason why most people left religion in the first place, because they had rules and laws to keep us and controls us, and that is not what most people want. And the reasons why people left religion have started to become the reason why most people are starting to feel like they want to leave the spirituality community. Spirituality is thus not about rules and laws and stuff like that. It's just being, and I hope most people start realizing this. Like, to be spiritual, you do not need to meditate. You do not need to do a bunch of things that if you Google, it says what you need to do. And you do not need to get crystals and all that stuff. But you just go with the flow. That's why spirituality, just go with the flow. What you feel you need, what you feel vibe with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to do it. You don't have to believe in it. Believe in what resonates with you as an individual. My second unpopular opinion would be about robots. Most people in the spirituality community is against futuristic robots, or like nanny robots, all that type of just robots becoming part of the human race. My unpopular opinion is I'm not really worried about robots. I'm not really concerned about it. I don't really mind if we had robots, only because I am looking to a different perspective from most people, I would say. And that perspective is, look at us as human beings. How did we come to being in the first place? We don't even know how we came to being as human beings. we could have the universe could have just created us, / God could have created us, or we could have been created by aliens. For all we know, we could have been an experiment by aliens. We could have been an experiment that was created from both alien and part ape DNA. It could have been the same for robots, because we as human beings would create the robots, and they'd be like half metal and half us. Meaning they have human emotions, but it's just metal. So I don't really see the cautiousness of not wanting robots. And yeah, that's one of my unpopular opinions. If you don't agree with it, that's totally okay. To me, robots are not the worst thing that could happen to the human race. That's what I'm saying. If we came out fine, I think they'd come out fine as well. The only issue I would have with robots would be with who exactly creating them. If the people that's creating them have bad intentions for the human race, that's when I would say robots wouldn't really be a good idea. But if they are being created for good intention, for good reasons, just have good intention behind it, I don't think there's any issue with it. That's about my opinion on robots. My third opinion would be, I believe everybody is bisexual. And when I say that, throughout our whole life, from generation to generation, we have only witnessed straight narrative of relationships. We always see straight couples everywhere. So yeah, even back then, you think there wasn't no gay, lesbian, or bisexual people back in the day? There probably was tons of them, but because of the straight narrative, most people just lean towards straight. Even till now, people right now is all about limitation. When I say limitation, I mean people have put a certain limit to how far they could go to, loving somebody, anybody, regardless of their gender identity. And then some people will learn that from the get-go, from the beginning, but some of them takes a while to realize they are also attracted to the same gender as well. And sometimes it usually takes a certain individual to get them to realize that they also can have feelings for the same gender rather than the opposite gender. And what people seem to not realize is not because you're not really attracted to the gender of that person. You're mostly just attracted to the individual, the personality, the show behind that body. And I think I feel like that's the next step the human race is going to take later on in the future. Not right now. I don't think we are at a time where we are realizing it, but we are not yet close to that time when we are able, all of us are able to go past our limitation and get out of our circle, out of our box that we put ourselves in. Because I have witnessed a lot of some friends that have been straight for a while, and then later on realize they might be bisexual. And I feel like the reason why they realize that is they finally was able to cross the limitation that they have put on themselves, limited it to only the opposite gender. They have realized they can cross that line, and that is okay to cross that line. Out of the women and men I've seen that have come to realize that, they have mostly been women I've seen. Whether it's through social media, to YouTube, that it mostly have been women that have come to realization that they are bisexual instead of straight. Because women compared to men, the women didn't really grow up too much with this toxic masculinity concept like men do. While men grew up in toxic masculinity, certain colors like pink, certain behaviors, certain hobbies would considered gay, and that would like pull them back away from being more feminine, being more accepting of their feminine side. And if they can't even get to the point of accepting the feminine side, how are they gonna be able to realize they can cross the limitation that they have put on themselves? Society have put on us that straight is the way, straight is the narrative. And I feel like the only reason why society have put in the straight narrative on us is for population. Because if we knew this, if we were not to lean more straight in the past, I don't think the world would be this overpopulated as it is right now. But since since the government has plans, they want an army and all that stuff. So of course, this is why the straight narrative was created. They want more people to work and be slaves to the system. I think one of my unpopular beliefs, the reason why I think everybody would be bisexual if they only let themselves be. When I say this, I do not say it meaning if you like going for somebody and they say that they are straight, respect their limits. Remember to respect their boundaries. That's their boundaries. No matter what you believe, you shouldn't push anybody's boundaries. If they say they are straight, leave them be. So my opinion of believing everybody's bisexual does not shouldn't give people excuses to hit on somebody if they have told you countless time that to respect their boundaries, that they're straight. If they do tell you that, leave them alone. I'm not saying that, I hope people understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you have questions, please leave it in the comments below. Bye.